Good morning, MK. We're glad to have you back for our newest episode of News from the Nest. Today we've got a handful of info to share.
Exactly, Danny. For starters, we've got latest on the Unified Showcase, MK Comedy Night, and the World Cup. Let's get started.
It's almost time for the annual Unified Showcase. The Unified Showcase is a talent for the kids in the special education program, and these kids sure are talented. Here with more information is reporter Cameron Wagner.
Knolls hosts several shows throughout the year. One that I believe should get more attention is the Unified Showcase. The Unified Showcase joins students with and without special needs to produce a talent show. Mr. Staluppi, the Unified Health and Physical Education teacher, as well as the head coach of spring and winter track, helps prep the students in the Unified Gym. Students have the choice to pick the song and acts to perform. This is so all students show off their unique talents, like sign language, singing, dancing, and acting. The classes begin to practice as early as December. Miss Evans, the gifted and talented program coordinator, also another spring track coach, created the showcase in 2017 with one of her GT students. Miss Evans does all the behind-the-scenes work. She schedules and runs formal rehearsals in the auditorium and organizes the music and the tasks for the lights, stage, and sound crew. I had an opportunity to speak with Miss Evans about the history of the showcase.
The Unified Showcase was created in the 2017-2018 school year. I worked with a student who was working with Mrs. Lestrange for a GT independent study, and I asked her to help me plan this really cool event.
I am looking forward to this year's showcase because I am one of the performers. My groups are sign language, singing, dancing, and acting. People love to perform during the Unified Showcase. One of my friends, Caroline Tenberg, who graduated last year, participated in the Unified Showcase for 3 years and encouraged me to do it too. I am also excited to see all the other unique talents. I hope you can see and enjoy the show in April. This has been Cameron Wagner reporting for News from the Nest.
Thanks, Cameron. I never knew any of that about Unified. I'm so happy that I know more now. I'm looking forward to the performance this year. Sounds like a great event that really brings the school together.
Speaking of shows, Knolls just had its first comedy night in 3 years. This night is full of laughter and was funded by the MK Thespian Society. The students gave everyone a great show. Here's Danny McGrath with the recap of the event.
On February 10th, MK brought back Comedy Night after a 3-year hiatus, and it was a blast. Despite what you may think, Comedy Night was not simply a bunch of stand-up routines. In fact, there was only one. For the most part, students performed comedic songs, monologues, scenes, and even some improv. For those of you that didn't get the chance to see the event live, here's a recap of the night.
I was talking to Mayor Grimble the other day, and he declared my pants the tightest in all the land.
Now you listen to me, you piece of garbage.
If I stop smoking drugs, then everything might be alright.
Smoking drugs.
Just fix it.
Why? Why would you kick us out? We've done nothing wrong. We're just returning a single fire.
There are so many times that you have done things wrong, and since it's my French accent coming out,
Shut your mouth, my just can't take it. Again and again and again and again.
now I understand who I am. I'm a man.
One more. I'm not getting married. But I'm not getting married. Still, I'm not getting married. See, I'm not getting married. And let's just pray that I'm not getting married.
But then the next second, genuine thing he said to me, he said, hey, you look like you have a Dorito-shaped head. Genuine thing he said to me. I still think about that, Thomas.
Who do you work for, Mr. Bear Bear? Who do you work for?
Because you might say things you're gonna regret saying.
Evan. Is that a part of your script as well?
Maybe. Here's your water with no lemon.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. I wasn't myself when we got off on the first start. I actually do want lemon.
What?
I'm sorry, this is supposed to be like Hamlet or Private Lives or something, and I'm just kind of rattling on like a maniac. I just don't remember going to a single rehearsal.
Down. I'm breaking down, down, down. I only want to love a man who can love me, or like me, or help me. Help me.
The event was run by the Senior Thespian Society officers, and they stated that they loved the show their freshman year and wanted to bring it back. The event also acted as a fundraiser for the Knolls International Thespian Society troupe. The show was so much fun, and I'm looking forward to its return and you being there next year. This has been Danny McGrath reporting for News from the Nest.
Thanks, Danny. It sounds very interesting and funny. I know comedy night is hard to pull off, so great job to everyone involved. I can't wait to see it next year.
Speaking of things that will be returning next year, later, is the World Cup. The World Cup is a congenial sports tournament, that's your SAT word of the day, that gets many fans excited every 4 years. Here with more about this momentous event and how it all works is Esteban Salcido.
The FIFA World Cup is an international football tournament played by the men's national teams of FIFA's members association, and they began back in 1930 and are played every 4 years. The qualifying teams began with just 12 teams and have increased to 32 by 2022. By the next time the FIFA World Cup takes place in 2026, there will be 48 teams. The FIFA World Cup kicks off with 32 teams competing to reach the final. A total of 16 were eliminated after the group stage. 8 were knocked out in round 16. Every fan gets excited for the teams to win the World Cup. More than 1 billion people watch the World Cup, and it's the highest viewed sporting event in the world, beating the Super Bowl. 25 million viewers watched the finals in 2022, rising from the 18 million people who watched in 2014. The sport known as football has recently gained more popularity in the US. Experts believe the increase could also be due to a schedule change.
Thanks, Esteban. That sure was interesting. Who knew that so much went into a sports tournament? I hope everything goes well next time, and I cannot wait for its return.
Well, MK, we wanted to thank you for enjoying our show today. We hope you enjoyed the packages.
If you would like to see more, subscribe to our YouTube page by following the link at the bottom of the Morris Knolls webpage.
Click the News from the Nest logo and then the bell to inform you of new uploads.
Stay tuned next Friday for another episode from the Block 5 class.
This has been the best from the Nest.